Here you are required to find all the solutions in the interval x is less than 2 pi and greater than or equal to 0 of the equation given here. So we have 2 cos squared x plus 1 equals 5 sine x. How do we solve this? Well, you need to get the equation into the same trigonometric ratio. So we have cos squared x here and we have sine x. So we need to get them into one ratio. But we know that cos squared x is equal to 1 minus sine squared x. So let's write this identity here. Cos equals to 1 minus sine squared x. Therefore, we have 2 times 1 minus sine squared x plus 1 equals to 5 sine x. Let us simplify and solve the equation. So we have minus 3, and that should equal to 0. Now this equation is in the quadratic form, so we can factorize it and solve it. So we can have sine x here, and we can have 2 times sine x here as well. And then we can have positive 3 times a minus 1 here will give us minus 3. Yes, we factorize it. So now we have sine x plus 3 equals 0. Or we have 2 sine x minus 1 equals 0. So here sine x equals minus 3, and this is the y value on the graph, on the sine graph, and there are no negative 3 on the graph. The minimum value on the graph there is minus 1. So here this would not be a solution. This would not be a solution. So we can rule that out. So upon solving this, we have sine x then equals to 1 over 2. So let us draw our quadrant diagram, and then we can determine the values of x. So here x then would equal to the inverse of sine a half, inverse a half. So it means that x there would equal to 30 degrees, or pi over 6, because it's in radians. Okay, so let's draw our quadrant diagram, and then we can determine the values of x. So here we have our quadrant diagram. So we know that sine x is positive, which means that in this quadrant all of the ratios are positive. So if you can recall, let's just write here, all is positive in here. In this region here, sine is also positive, and in this region tan is positive, and in this region cosine is positive. So it means that we can now determine the range for which sine x is positive. So in this range here, sine x would be positive, and also this range here. And all we need to do is to mark an angle that is relative to this axis here and also this axis. They are the same. So it means that x here could be a solution, and let's use a different color here. to mark this. And also x could be a solution in this range here as well. Okay, so we know that this range here is pi over 6. So let's just put in here 0 and also 2 pi. And let's put here pi over 2, which is 90 degrees. And this is pi, which is 180 degrees. And then this would be 3 pi over 2, which is 270 degrees. So if this region here is a solution, it means that this is going to be pi over 6 or 30 degrees. So we can start to write down the solution. So x then is equal to pi over 6. Or if they ask you about degree, then you would have put it in degrees. We were asked to write it in radians, so we need to focus on pi over 6. Then this region here is a solution, but if this is pi over 6 and this is pi over 6, it means that this is going to be 5 pi over 6. So it means that the other solution then is 5 pi over 6, which is 150 degrees. So it means that the range or the solution are in the range here, which is pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. There are no other solution, because if we should carry on around and make a complete turn, we would reach the 2 pi. So we would already be in the range. So these are the two solutions. Okay.